All right, welcome to the live stream version of the Sports Lab podcast. My name is E Bass, and I have next to me the man who only lot in life is to win in horse versus your son. I believe you're 53 and 0. That's what ChatGPT tells me.
I think we need to pay.
0 and 53.
We need
is
to
that
pay,
right?
We need to pay for the premium and upgrade that Chat GPT because
Oh, you telling me ChatGPT is wrong?
dead wrong. I don't think the what do you call it there? The matchup between me and him is that bad. He's not dogging me. He's not dogging me out that bad. No, I think it's a lot closer.
Okay.
Due to the
Well,
fact,
we'll see.
But due to the fact that I did have knee surgery, I lost several inches and stuff like that. But it doesn't slow me down.
You lost your jump shot from that
That
knee injury?
mid range
Okay.
jump shot at that. No
mid-range.
threes from Coach Cook over here, ladies
Gotcha.
and gentlemen. That's right.
Okay.
So we didn't show a show last Sunday.
We did not.
We had some things
had-
going on.
Well, there's a lot of people that have things going on, including us.
Right,
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yep. Shout out to your moms.
Is that a belated Mother's Day?
It is.
Belated Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers across the world, from the West Coast to the East Coast and down south from the Sports Lab.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Thank you, moms. We
Appreciate
appreciate you.
Yes.
So, yeah, a couple highlights I want to talk about real quick. Canyon View High School is winning state championships left and right. It seems like lately they just won the championship in flag football
Okay.
last year. And they just recently won the state championship for the girls' track and field state championships a couple weeks ago.
What division are they in? Are
They're
they
Division
5A?
two.
Oh, so
Or
they're-
5A, yes.
They're 5A.
They're 5A, yeah.
Just a big school then.
Sorry, I was talking California talk.
Right,
Yeah, that's
right.
Division 2.
No.
Yeah, so they're 5A out there, and they are led by Coach Mohammed Oliver. Shout out to Coach Mo, also known as. He started back in 2020,
Okay.
got hired on there, and ever since then they've been winning divisions, right? So they started off with they had their first senior class in 2022.
Okay.
So in 2020 they were still sophomores. So he's built that team up real strong the last 5 years to start winning championships, and he won his first championship last season, the girls.
Okay.
And they did it again. They defended it, and they won this year
So
in
what
2025.
what was so special about his coaching technique that he had? What message really resonated with those players over there? Do you know?
My daughter tells me she loves Coach Mo because he's aggressive.
Okay.
He tells you what to do.
Your young daughter of today
Today, yes.
approves of an aggressive coach.
Yes, she loves his aggressiveness.
Okay.
His upfront, telling you what to do, type
Blunt.
of thing.
Bold.
Blunt.
Yes.
He's that type of coach. He's gonna tell you like it is.
Okay.
And if you listen to him, you're gonna win state championships.
Okay.
That's just what happens with this guy. He's a great coach, good friend of mine. Yeah, nothing more to say about him.
So I think that's kudos to you too, because I remember we talked week before last about those morals and values and where they start at. With today's player, obviously something started at home for her to be okay with the fact to receive that type of message from the coach.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
You instilled something in her that she is okay with
I guess
learning
so.
something.
Yeah.
Yes,
I guess
exactly.
she listened to some daddy advice.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Daddy advice is the same advice as Coach Mo's advice. And
Okay,
he just
all right.
kind
Mirrored
of
it.
carried that onto her, and she loves it. And yeah, funny story though. I don't know if Coach Mo knows this, but maybe he does. I was actually interviewing for that coach position as well.
So Coach Mo
back in
outcoached you?
2019.
Uh-oh.
He definitely outcoached. I don't think I stood a chance. I didn't know he was interviewing until I got to the interview,
Okay.
and I asked, who else is in here?
Right.
And I heard Coach Mohammed Oliver, and I said, I'm not gonna get this job.
You instantly counted yourself out?
I did, yeah. He's far more advanced than I am. He's a great coach.
So how come you didn't take the other route and maybe become an assistant?
I did. So
Okay.
I was, he brought me on in 2020,
Okay.
and then as we know, COVID hit. Bam, 2020 season
Everything
ended.
shut down, right?
All sorts of stuff happened with me and my life. And next season he asked me to come back on, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the time to.
Copy.
So, but yeah, shout out to them. So great job, Coach Mo. Coach Mo out there.
What's up,
Canyon View High
Coach
School.
Mo? Canyon
Another-
State.
Another Canyon View coming up on Tuesday. They got the boys trying to win state championship in baseball.
Okay.
Canyon View High School.
Okay.
So they're ranked number 1. They're going against Centennial, who's number 3 ranked.
Wait a
So
minute. Let me do a rebuttal. You said what was the name of the school again?
Centennial.
Centennial, but you're
Canyon View.
Canyon View.
Canyon View High School
Canyon View. My
against
bad. Yes.
the Centennial High School. They are playing out there at Tempe Diablo Stadium.
Okay.
I think that's ASU Stadium.
It's a big stadium.
Coached by Nick Swanson out there. So good luck, Canyon View High School.
Let's get them.
Yep. They've been doing very well through this playoff. So yes.
Are you going to the game?
I'm not going to go to the game. I have other arrangements actually with the school. We'll be doing some. There's like a sports kind of SB for the division.
Okay.
Out there,
yeah.
and I'll be one of the pre-events hosts out there.
So next show we should get some intel on what happened during that, right?
Yes.
Will that transpire before the next show drops?
It will. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. It'll be done Tuesday.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's that.
That is that.
Anything you want to bring up?
That it was a beautiful week. I couldn't wait to get back here a minute to get back at this. It's intriguing.
I missed you.
I did as well.
Just talking sports with you and
just hanging out and shooting this stuff at
in
these
the lab.
folks, man. Yes,
right
in the
here,
lab.
right here in the lab.
I get so much commentary back from the guys, live commentary about, hey, man, you should try this. Hey, man, you should try that, or this, that, and the third. Shout out to Eric. That's right. Diamondbacks did lose. Colorado did tap that tail. We'll go into that a little deeper later on. But
yeah,
shouts out to Colorado, even though.
You didn't place a bet on that, did you?
No, I didn't place no bet on that, man. I didn't have no
I was
time.
this close to doing
should
it.
have.
I was this close to doing it. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the MLB section.
Right.
I was so close to putting a bet on it because I was like, Colorado, no chance. Not against the D-backs.
Here we go.
So we'll see.
We'll see. So
right.
It was a beautiful week. Just couldn't wait to get back here and try this again to get better at this. Right here.
This is how we get better.
This is how we get better.
Practice to get
practice better. Makes
perfect. Practice makes perfect play on the field.
On the field, in life, on the court, everywhere else. As long as you practice. Shout out to Deuce. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, let's dive into these NBA playoffs.
Whack.
So there's a game going on currently right now.
Who cares?
Do we have the status of that? That's Denver playing OKC, game number 7.
I don't feel like spending my time talking about daytime TV drama.
This is
the guiding light.
Number 7.
Okay, sorry.
Cook.
Sorry.
This is game 7.
My apologies.
Well,
game 7.
Before
What's
we
going
talk
on?
about this game, let's talk about what has led everybody to this. So
yes,
the Eastern Conference Finals are set.
Ready to go.
Yep. We got the Indiana Pacers, who took out the weaker than I thought Cavaliers.
I thought you was on the Cleveland Cavaliers bandwagon. They was number 1. Mitchell and all that stuff. They were number 1.
I did like Donovan Mitchell. I was hoping that they'd jump over the hump, but after watching Mitchell and the team play, I don't know how they won so many games this year.
We talked about it. They managed the minutes. They moved the playing time around throughout the whole unit. Everybody got a few minutes and stuff like that. So everybody touched the court, got to add to the game a little bit. The coach did his thing. He just broke down during that time.
Yeah, they broke down big time.
In my opinion, yes.
I mean, Mitchell did score a lot. He scored.
He had to score a lot. What else was helping him?
Nobody was.
Right.
So Indiana, they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last season.
Last year, yes, sir.
So they were a 4th coming in. So a lot of people kind of counted them out, even myself. I thought,
yes. But you know who didn't? There's a little guy. He's a little guy too.
Not
about that.
You are you?
No, not me. But a little guy about this big. He's been riding with Indiana for a minute. He knew something that we didn't know, and he stands the chance to win a nice little ticket.
Oh.
If Indiana continues, which I think they will, skip New York.
Ooh.
Just like that.
Ouch.
Yes.
New
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
But New York deserves to be there. They took
no,
out
they
the champs.
don't.
They took the champs
no, they
out.
don't.
Celtics.
The guy broke down, tore his Achilles.
He did.
He was shooting too many threes in the first place anyway.
He's doing a lot of jumping.
Doing a lot of jumping.
Wore those Achilles out. You know, you do too much jumping,
you'll blow a tire.
You're going to blow a tire.
You're going to blow a
that's
tire.
What happened with Tatum. He blew the tire. But the interesting thing was that they won the next game without him.
Which, me and a few guys around the way, you can't fool us. We called that a trap game.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
heard you
that
talking
was.
about those trap games.
Though that was a trap game. It was a setup. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon thinking that they was going to finish him off, polish him off. Your boy Danny White, I think was it Danny White?
Danny White, yeah.
Reggie White. I forget the guy that came off and took over for Jason Tatum. Forgive me, y'all.
Oh, White. Yeah.
White, yeah. Hit for 35 points plus 25 points or something like that.
No, it
Went
wasn't
crazy.
White. It was another guy. I know who you're talking about. But yes,
Who am I talking about?
I can't recall his name. But
Right.
he is White.
He.
Maybe that's what you're.
No, I think he's a brother.
Is he?
Yeah, that came off with the last name White.
Oh, well, that guy starts though.
No, the guy that took over for Jason Tatum.
Doesn't start.
No,
But there's a guy whose last name is White who does start.
possibly.
100%.
You got the lineup right there?
I mean, I got it right here.
Oh, well, as long as you know, well, who's the guy that came in for Tatum and took over for Tatum when he got hurt?
We
When
can
he
probably
went
look
down?
that up.
We can look that up.
We can look it up.
It was a trap game, nevertheless.
Yep.
Uh,
But I mean, the thing though, if you get a player that comes off the bench that no one's seen before, they don't know how he plays, they don't know where he shoots from, they don't have no film on him. That's tough to play against sometimes. Even in the NFL, when you get a quarterback that's you've never seen before,
that's why
it's tough to play. So
it's it's called making adjustments. So you got somebody up here that's fresh legs, ready to get in the game. He's finna make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might have forgot about him. Somebody knows about this guy somewhere. Maybe we don't. His name over here at the lab, but somebody knows about this guy. He came in and splashed on him. Trap game.
that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened, and a lot of suckers lost money.
I think New York just wanted to win it on their home court.
Think the powers that be want New York to go all the way. There's a lot of flash around New York. All those stars hanging out there.
I mean,
Spike Lee looking like somebody's grandmother on the side of the court. You got rappers and everything like that. There's a big push behind New York.
So you think anybody who's coming out of the East is going to lose to whoever comes out of the West?
Well, it's not whoever. We all know who's coming out.
I know
of the
who
West.
you know is coming out of the West, which is
me and my people know who is coming out of the West. It is the Timberwolves.
Well,
Yes.
we'll see.
Yes,
We'll
it's
see.
the
Timberwolves. Let's move on to them. So they had to go through some teams, and they're 8-2 in the last two series.
Let's reword that. They
That's
wore
pretty good.
They wore out the Lakers' tail. Bow. Bow. LeBron out of there.
Gone.
Luka out of there. So then they travel over there to what's the name
Golden
of that team?
State,
Oh,
yeah, Curry.
You're Golden State Warriors, huh?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say my Golden State Warriors.
You did you were promoting them.
was
You were all
promoting
over them.
I wasn't promoting them. I was saying how cool it would be for a 7th ranked team, seeded team,
Right.
to come in and blow through everybody. And I think they could have if Curry didn't get hurt,
Which is so
which was huge. That's 4 games.
Let's track that, ladies and gentlemen. Curry got hurt. Tatum got hurt. I did say daytime TV drama. Anyway, we travel over there to Golden State, and we wash them too. We take care of them too. Curry off the list. Bow, bow, get out of here. Draymond Green off the list. Bow, bow, get out. Ant Dog is on a mission to destroy all the heads of the families.
But is Ant Dog the next big thing?
Listen
I know in
to
your
me.
mind he thinks.
Listen to me. If Ant Dog plays with, if he accept what I believe is his responsibility in bringing the soul back to the game, He doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to be the face of the game. He doesn't have no time for that. He just want to knock these big heads off and then keep in line the rest of the guys that are next to come up with him or underneath him. That's what he wants to do. He said it. But if he plays with the soul of the game, with that real intent, that Kobe intent, that Jay intent, to be a winner, to show leadership, there's no telling.
Do you think by showing leadership you got to show effort?
All that is incorporated into it.
Do you think Ant-Man shows effort?
He shows signs. There's flashes of it.
Exactly. Do you know who showed more effort
than Ant?
in Game 5 than Ant-Man did?
Go for it.
Everybody knows this.
Go for it.
His name is Julius Randle. Julius Randle.
Uncle Julius. Uncle Julius. Yes, sir.
Julius Randle was in the house running up and down, sprinting up and down the court.
Right. Right.
Getting points.
Right.
He ended up with 29 points.
Rebounds.
29 points.
Yes.
He had, he had 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
5 assists. Passing the ball.
In that last game.
In that last game. The closeout.
And what did Ant-Man have? And another thing, he played 43 minutes. Ant-Man played 41 minutes. So how is this older guy, athlete, playing more than this younger 22, I think, 23-year-old player?
Up to this
Sitting
point,
on the bench?
Up to this point, Uncle Randall hadn't been playing that much. He's been getting a few minutes here.
He's been playing He's been playing all playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Quality minutes is as quality as these last minutes in his last game has been.
He's been in, yeah.
He's been doing his thing like this game that they just played.
Yeah.
As far as points, as far as rebounds,
maybe
as
not
far
early
as assists.
on, like against the Lakers.
Okay,
I think he did a little bit against the Lakers, but he's been progressively.
I think
getting
that whole series belongs to Ant-Man as far as the Lakers go, as far as controlling that series and making sure that they won. Minnesota over L.A.
Ant-Man did have 12 assists in that last game.
Come on,
12 assists is good. That's points.
But look, we digress. The contribution from Rando was real big. And the other surrounding key players, and the other surrounding key players. That's the only reason why
they won, because
is the reason why Minnesota's coming out of the West and going to put New York to bed. Should they get past Indiana, I'm telling you right now.
So Indiana, Halliburton. Is he as good as he has been showing, or is he just kind of floating his way right now, doing what he's doing? Because he's doing it. Halliburton's doing it. My favorite guy on there is...
Why are we questioning it? They're still up. They're still winning. They're still doing it.
Winning, but is he the guy?
He's contributing to the game. All you need is a contribution from everybody.
He is.
No more, no less. Just give me what you got. Give it all to me when I need it, and let's move forward. And that's what he did.
Yep, that final game, he had 31 points.
Stop playing with me.
Had,
yes, sir.
8 assists. So,
there you go.
He's playing for sure. Who's his wingman?
Halliburton over there. Jason. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Help me out. Wait a minute. Hold on, folks.
I'll tell you who mine is.
Go for it.
I like Siakam. And the only reason why I like Siakam, first of all, he plays 40 minutes. Most minutes out of anybody on the team on that last game. 21 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. He's got championship pedigree.
Okay.
You remember he won it when with Leonard back in Toronto.
Okay. Kawhi.
Back in 20, whenever that was. So he's got that, and I think he's going to be a great wingman. Aaron Naismith. Who are you thinking?
I was going to say
Naismith.
Naismith, yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking about something else.
Nembhard, yep, all those guys. So I mean, to me, the Pacers. I think the Pacers. I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win that series. I don't. I know you want
what's the matchup that bothers you? The Knicks versus the Indiana.
Well,
the Pacers. What's the matchup?
Do you think the Knicks have better big men?
In Townsend? Are you serious? Yeah. Bro, he shoots 3 points.
I don't know.
Excuse me. He shoots 3 points.
He does. I know.
This dude shoots 3, and he's pretty accurate. But
how about Brunson? Who can guard Brunson?
My grandmother can guard Brunson. I'm not.
You're
gonna
make me fall out of the chair.
I'm not a fan of. I mean, I appreciate his game. He worked hard. His pops played and stuff like that, so he got it in his bloodline and stuff like that. I'm just not sold on anything with New York. New York, the big city of dreams, and everything in New York is not always what it seems.
Do you remember New York and Indy in the '90s?
Talk about who was on that '90s team? You had Reggie Miller, of course. Dale Davis.
Dale Davis.
Do you remember Dale Davis?
Dale Davis, yes.
Dale Davis. Yes, I do remember that time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there's some crazy rivalry between these two teams. And just to give you a little history of the two teams. So back in the 90s. So Knicks have won 4 series between the two.
Okay.
Indies won 4 series between the two. It's tied. 4-4. Playoff series. Playoff series. So this series is going to determine who has more
the leg
all
up
all time.
So this is the series that they want to push out of the East
Yeah.
And for some reason, I'm telling you, I think it's built for the New York Knicks to try to win. I don't want that, but the push is behind New York.
I do like New York. I think Indiana is just kind of they're quiet, but they're quiet killers,
They're
and
deadly.
I think they're going to. Yeah. Do you remember that game one back in 1995 when Reggie Miller
hit the three?
He scored 8 points in 9 seconds.
That was in the fourth quarter.
To win the game.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That was amazing.
And that's when him and Spike Lee were
John. They stay talking trash. That's
They still do.
They still do.
Yeah, they still do.
It's hilarious.
It is so funny.
So
I love that.
That's the storyline out of the East. I think again that they're going to push and they're going to try to sell. And I'm still taking Indiana. I'm still going with them. I don't want nothing to do with New York. But out west, if Denver can handle OKC. If Denver can handle OKC, then that's another monster. Ant Dog gets the knock off the list. If Minnesota could handle and see Denver, bow, there go your Joker out of there.
Well, we'll see. Right now, it's not looking so hot for Denver. Let's give a quick update.
Quick update. What's the score?
Somebody tell me something. 85-63.
Third quarter
of OKC. 3:56 in the third quarter.
Damn.
So
third quarter.
There's still time remaining.
We got time.
But they're down by 20.
Plenty time. Well,
points.
Joker going to get to shooting 3 points. There go your 3-point shot.
We'll see what happens.
Your center, your MVP center is going to start jacking up 3 points and catching him up some else away. Yeah, right.
Early predictions for Indiana, New York, game 1. Got the spread at 4.5, 4.5.
4.5.
In favor of New York. So New York is favored out there. Total 222.5 over under, and it's close though.
They're fishing. They're fishing right now. They dropped the hook out there. They sent it out there to drop, and hoping to catch a whole lot of suckers with that.
See right there.
Whole lot of suckers.
Just right there, I would probably put a bet on that spread for Indiana, because I think Indiana can win that game.
Okay.
I think it'll be close. It's 5. It's 4.5.
4.5.
So it's either got to be between 4 or less, or they win it. I think that they can win it.
So Bass is going for the spread, 4.5.
I'm going to put a bet on the spread for 4.5 for
Okay.
Indiana, because I think Indiana can win that game.
So I'm gonna take money line, right? And I'm just gonna say outright Indiana will win game 1. Come out statement game and dust the draws off New York. Indiana for the win.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Real quick, so Minnesota, depending on who plays Minnesota, it's kind of looking like OKC. There's not a lot of history with these two teams at all in the playoffs over the last 20 years or so, however long these guys have been in.
A new rivalry, a new matchup.
It could be a new rivalry coming up, absolutely.
Young gun versus young gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so not a lot going on. Regular season head-to-head, total games played between the two is 146. The Thunder lead that 95-51. Regular season games.
Just regular season games, okay.
Over their history.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Series, the season series tied 2-2. That was this year. So not a lot. I mean, 1998 Western Conference first round they played, but that was back when OKC was. Trivia, who were they before they were OKC?
Okay, are you serious? The Sonics.
Yes, sir. Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
they played the Sonics. Minnesota played Supersonics, and Supersonics beat them 3-2.
Okay.
That was back in 1998. And then they also played in a play-in tournament game in 2023 where Minnesota also won that game. Which
a funny note, how do you feel about this? Gary Payton did not want to retire his jersey with OKC. He said, he came out and said, OKC, the fans, respect to them, but they didn't support me. They weren't at those games. They didn't help to build me to the man that he is today. So he refused to retire his jersey with that team that crossed over. How you feel about that? Yeah, that move.
I would probably agree with him.
Okay.
I like that. I like that sentiment. I think not all jerseys should be retired. That's a whole other subject.
Okay.
But I like that from him.
He's staying true to Seattle.
Staying true to Seattle. So,
copy.
Yep. Some key injuries. Gordon. Well, Gordon had a hamstring, but he's playing, so he's good. And obviously Tatum, he's out, but it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
So, yeah. So that's that. Any other soft words from the NBA playoffs? Let me see. Let me hear what your prediction is for the finals. I think I already know.
Finals.
I think everybody out here already knows who he wants to win.
Well, he messed up right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's what I know.
Okay.
And I know that it's Minnesota. I know it's Minnesota.
Are you gonna bet?
I understand.
You gonna place a bet on
Yeah,
that?
I'll put a little something out there. I'll spread a little something. But I'm going to make sure that I take care of the Bills first. We got to remind these folks.
That's right.
These people that be blowing all this big bread on these bets.
Responsible betting, please.
Trap games out there. You got to pay some dues. You got to fill up the gas tank. You got to put a little something extra in that refrigerator. Do not make these type of bets right here. But we'll go Minnesota out of the West. Indiana out the East. And we'll go Minnesota in 7. Just because it's
really
new,
in 7.
In 7, it's a new rivalry, so they want to stretch it out. They want to build up as much as they possibly can and get the most out of that series as they can. So that it'll stretch out. It'll go back and forth, punching them out.
And when you say they, you mean the NBA?
Yes, sir.
The higher ups.
The higher up,
the top of the triangle, higher ups.
That's cashing all those big checks.
If they were all gone, I would have to say probably Indiana in 5.
Okay, okay. All right. Ooh. Over Minnesota.
Over Minnesota.
There it is. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Although OKC, I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun to watch SGA and Ant-Man play.
Go at it.
It'll be fun.
They're gonna go at it.
Absolutely.
They're gonna go at it. And then you know what's hopefully it'll change if Ant stays away from that 3-point. He's done fell in love with this 3-point shot. He's been on fire with it, but in my opinion, it's just too much, right? So if he goes back to that original game, slashing, going to the rack, if he plays the same game as SGA, the mid-range game, he'll outdo him. I think he's more athletic than SG. If you tell me the truth, I don't think he'll do it. He plays above the rim. SG is kind of under the rim. Not that he can't get up there,
right.
But Ant is above the rim.
But SGA is bigger than Ant. That's why he goes to the basket.
He's quicker.
Ant needs to go to the basket every single time, though, and he can. He's proven that he's able to do that.
Because his first step is explosive.
Why doesn't he do it more often?
Maybe pacing himself.
Another subject.
Another subject.
Another day.
Another day.
Next week, maybe.
Another time.
Let's move on to baseball. Talk real quick about baseball.
Can we just before we start about baseball there, because last week, ladies and gentlemen, or was it last week?
That was a week before.
It was week 4. Excuse me. We talked about the Colorado Rockies. Very off topic. We talked about the Colorado Rockies, and my partner here, dear friend, he dogged out the Colorado Rockies because their record was trash.
I did.
To fast forward to, I believe the game was last night.
But is it true that the record is trash?
The record is trash.
Okay.
But is it true not to count out somebody just because the record is trash?
I never counted them out.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did. You
thought
said they're
that
trash.
Diamondbacks would be able to win
and
against a very low caliber team, especially with Diamondbacks and their pitching. And they did have their worst pitcher out there, by the way. But their relievers weren't great. There's a lot of factors to it.
Sounds like a bunch of excuses. It's the next man up. When one guy's down, the next man comes up and takes care of the business. If he does not, can't, they lose the game. Rockies kicked the dog mess out of it. Shout out to Eric once again. Out of the D-backs last night. And they're playing them again.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
What's the score?
I don't know.
You should want to know. You should want to know.
I didn't place a bet on it. I didn't do anything.
Oh no, because you texted me and told me. What'd you tell me? Oh, there's gonna be some different pitching in there tonight. What's the guy's name?
That's Merrill Kelly.
Merrill Keller, and he's supposed to make the big difference tonight.
He'll make a difference. Yeah, I mean, we can look it up at the end of the podcast.
End of this show here.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Stick around.
Really,
this might get
Diamondbacks. I'm not a Diamondbacks fan, as you can clearly see, but. Diamondbacks, really?
Right.
Losing to Colorado like that?
Well,
okay, let's look at these top. Let's look at some power rankings though. Who's the top of the MLB? We got the Dodgers. Mets, Detroit, San Diego, and the Yankees. That's Major League Baseball, right?
Right.
So you're actually looking at here. You got 3 NLs and 2 ALs. So that's the power rankings going forward as of yesterday for Major League Baseball.
Right.
We don't need to talk much about the power rankings because honestly, they really mean nothing right now. some of these teams, you look at the teams that were power rankings number 1, number 2, top 5 at the beginning of the season, you don't even see them on this list anymore.
Okay.
So baseball is so long that we don't even need to talk about the power rankings. Let's look a little bit about maybe some sleepers going on right now. So looking at the Cleveland Guardians, actually have been moving up. You know, they could be a sleeper coming into the through the AL. Jose Ramirez, he's always a great player out there. Chicago Cubs. Don't sleep on the Chicago Cubs.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You never know what happens with those guys.
Okay. And so what do they have some good pitching? What's going on with the Chicago Cubs? Tell those people that maybe not into baseball that much. Give them a little intel.
Their bullpen has been consistent. So their bullpen's been consistent, and if they can keep that bullpen going, because it's really all about the pitching when you win. It's all about pitching.
It's not defense in baseball?
There's defense in baseball, but you wouldn't have to have any defense if you strike guys out, put the ball in the right spot to get a grounder, you know, that type of thing. So pitching has a lot to do with it. They've been doing very well with that. Baltimore Orioles also out of the AL. Look out for them. And another sleeper. I don't know why they're a sleeper. They were just in the World Series last season. The Arizona Diamondbacks.
The
D-backs.
Okay. Same ones that just got that toe up last night by the Colorado Rockies.
In any other game, if you could put up 12 runs, which they did,
you would
win every single game.
Right.
But the other team +2'd them. So, Ketel Marte,
so what does that say about a team? I'm just stuck on those D-backs Colorado Rockies. What does that tell you, that they can put up those type of points, but then they can't stop the other team from putting up them same type of points?
Ready?
Go for it.
Pitching.
It goes all back to pitching.
Pitching.
They ran out of pitching. They didn't have a new arm up there, huh?
Right. Yep.
Y'all heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Seattle Mariners. They're doing really well over there too with Julio Rodriguez. His bats are heating up as well over there.
Okay.
Their bullpen's looking good. And you know, the list keeps going on and on with some sleepers, but we'll just leave that list at that.
What about your top? Excuse me.
We could look at
MVP front runners. Yes, sir.
So right now, and again, I just want to make this very clear.
Go for it.
Everybody look at me in my eyes. Baseball is long. Anything can happen. Anything.
Like
so
Colorado Rockies beating Diamondbacks. Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. Early on in the season.
Right. Very early in the season. Right.
Yeah. So Aaron Judge, he's on top right now. He's
out of
he's
the
killing
American
right now.
League. Aaron Judge,
American
Yankee,
League.
huh? Yes, sir.
Yankees. He's batting .412 right now. He's got 15 home runs, 41 RBIs.
All right. Kyle Tucker out of Chicago. Standout season, drawing comparisons to the legends. They're already putting him in the category of some of these legends. What's going on there? Why is that? Because he's got a big stick. Is he hitting all over the place, or what? What's going on?
He must be. I mean, if you're
in the conversation with legends,
then he's definitely doing something very well.
Okay. Out of the NL National League,
Shohei Ohtani.
I was going to destroy his name.
No, you destroyed it pregame.
I did.
And I said, I'll say it.
You took care of it. I gave that responsibility to you.
I'll say it.
But from what you're telling me, this guy's a killer because he could do it from the mound. And since he's a little disabled now from pitching, he can still swing a big bat.
He's got 15 home runs.
Whoa.
And also 10 stolen bases.
I like that. Okay.
So,
all right.
48 runs.
What about Pete Alonso out of the Mets?
He's been very consistent over the years, so he's been doing very well. 36 RBIs right now.
So he's just a consistent.
He's
guy.
a power hitter.
Okay.
He's just a power hitter. He's really good. And we got the guy to San Diego, Fernando Tatis
Jr. Yes, sir.
Showcasing he's been consistent too.
Yes, sir.
He's on pace for 40-40, which is 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases.
That's crazy. It's like a double-double.
Yeah. So that's a lot. That doesn't happen very often. And then we got Corbin Carroll. From our hometown Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't see anybody on the Giants though.
Why would we?
I don't know.
What's going on with the Giants right now? What's the record of the Giants? Let them know that.
Well, the record of the Giants
are they behind?
They're 27-19. No, they have a good record. In fact, the NL West right now is probably one of the top divisions in baseball.
Okay.
because you got the Dodgers,
Boom.
Padres,
Boom.
Giants,
Boom.
D-backs,
D-backs.
and your favorite brand new team.
The Giants.
No, the Rockies.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Rockies.
It's not that I love Colorado. It's just the fact that he counted them out. And I'm for the underdog, ladies and gentlemen. You can't count out the underdog when it looks bad. You got to keep fighting, and that's what they did. They kept fighting.
Stories.
Wait till after the show.
Keep fighting.
Yeah, they're going to keep fighting. What's the score of the game? Boom. Go ahead.
You want an update?
I need an update of that. They need an update
Let's see an update. 97-72, 12 minutes left, fourth quarter.
Copy.
Okay. So it's getting away.
It's getting away.
It's getting away from them Nuggets.
Let's give them the score if you don't mind, sir. That Colorado and D-backs game. That's the.
Oh, you want the score again?
I need the score.
You want me to keep? Okay.
Just reiterate.
14.
That. 14.
This is not a football game, by the way.
Not a football game.
14-12.
Whoa.
Diamondbacks lost.
Boom.
And the Diamondbacks were leading.
All game.
Until that fifth, sixth inning.
They broke down.
They did.
Yes, they did.
So anyway, NL West, solid. Every one of their teams are above 500 except for the Rockies.
Okay.
So they're lights out. We look on the other side, the AL Central. They as well. All their teams are above 500. Okay. That's AL Central is the Detroit Tigers, Twins, Guardians, and the Royals. Kansas City Royals.
Kansas City Royals.
A lot of those teams right there, they're doing really well. Detroit's on top. Dodgers are on top as far as wins go.
Right.
And also the American League West. That's Seattle, Rangers, and the Astros. They are also leading in that division.
So baseball is booming right now.
Baseball's booming. Yeah, there's a lot of hot divisions right now. Okay. Even in the AL West or AL East with the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, Tampa Bay, and then you got the Orioles, which are down a little lower. But most of those teams, they're doing okay. So, yep. So that's baseball. I think baseball. We're not going to talk a lot about baseball right now because baseball is such a long season. Let's jump into.
You want to mess with that IFL?
Let's mess with some IFL.
You want to talk about that IFL?
Let's do IFL.
The IFL to the IFL lovers, due to the fact that we didn't drop a show last week, we couldn't get at y'all to talk about that. They had lost to the Sugar Stacks. They did of Tucson. We found out some kind of incriminating information about that loss too. I don't know if we want to report on that on this show, but they did lose. I think it was 42-35 that Saturday, two Saturdays ago. Mm-hmm. For them to only come back home and play the Bay Area Panthers. Mm-hmm. Tough game.
Because they've also lost one.
Yes, they
right?
did. Yeah.
So
it was 4-1 when they saw the Panthers.
So we knew that matchup was going to be tight.
A fight.
And it was.
It was
last second, right?
Last second, a lot of penalties being called, people getting ejected from the game. But we turned out and came out on top of that game. So then fast forward from the Panthers to the Vegas Nighthawks. Mm-hmm. Epic game. So much going on in that game. Highlights from touchdowns to 2-point conversions being made this game. Epic calls, a bunch of passing interference calls getting called and things of that nature and stuff like that. It was a real fight down there in the Snake Pit, but the Rattlers held on and won versus the Vegas Nighthawks. So we bounced back. We recovered from the Sugar Stacks, beat the Panthers, beat the Nighthawks, and now we're on the road 6-1. I think it is 6-1. Arizona Rattlers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they bounced back. And next game.
The next game would be
May 24th.
May 24th versus who do you got there?
We got the Northern Arizona Wranglers, which they're not good. They're the Colorado Rockies of the IFL.
They said the same thing about the Sugar Stacks that they weren't good.
This is true, yeah.
They said the same thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Good. Any team can beat any team.
Any team can beat any team, especially if somebody who owns one team and their husband coaches another team.
This is true.
But no,
but they are 0-6.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're not good right now.
They're not good at all. But they could go in there not humbled, coming off of a big win. and get caught slipping and lose.
Yep.
Jamal Miles with 2 touchdowns. Shannon Brooks with a touchdown. Isaiah Houston, our guy, I believe, 1 touchdown. Trey Dixon a touchdown. I mean, they were all over the place last night. Big scoring, big
game.
runs, high scoring game, a lot of antics and stuff like that. But they kept their cool. Nobody got penalized. Nobody got ejected from the game. So it was awesome to see that.
That helps.
Yes, it does. My final thoughts on it was I think the defense needs to keep going in the way that they're going. Keep fighting, keep holding up, stay working together as a unit. It's the offense that needs to, if they're going to jump out hot, stay on top of the gas throughout the whole game instead of going crazy in the first half, taking a break, and then trying to, catch back up in the fourth quarter. They need to play the same way all the way through. That's just from the offensive perspective. But defense, they're doing their thing. Shouts out to the Rattlers out there. Everybody enjoys a hometown game with some hometown heroes. Go check out an IFL game. Tickets are $18. The stadium is beautiful, and it's a wonderful experience.
Every seat is good.
Every seat is good in the house.
Doubt.
Go Rattlers, 6-1.
Got it. Okay. We had something just happen last week on May 14th that every NFL fan should have had on their calendar, which was what?
The first week of the season being dropped. Everybody want to know who they play.
Right. Schedule drop.
Schedule drop. Everybody wants to know who they're going to see.
So let's dive into that. Cook, give me your must-see 3 games that you want to watch, either with KC or overall. You start.
All right. Can I? Let me see here. Okay, so one game that is a must watch would be Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I like to see that. I got a smooth 50-piece to that person who knows who he is on that game, and I'm waiting for that. I want to see Kansas City dominate Philadelphia like I know that they can. Another one, Buffalo Bills.
Always.
Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean? That controversy between quarterbacks and stuff like that. Who's top tier? Who's the better? Who's qualified? Who's ready to go to the next level? Stay at the next level. That everything that surrounds that controversy matchup right there, the Bills. And then I just want to see them smash Cowboys.
I think everybody wants to see the Cowboys get smashed.
I just want to see them smash
fans.
Cowboys. So those would be my 3 games. All Kansas City. Those would be the games that I would want to watch. I do want to watch. We don't play it. We do play the Raiders.
You do.
We do play the Raiders
twice.
Every season twice. So that'll be an interesting game to watch. Kansas City give Ashton Genty his worst game
to start off.
Yeah, start
the season right.
His welcome to the NFL. I want to see him.
200-yard games.
No, absolutely not. Negative 50.
No records.
No records being broken.
Not going to break Eric Dickerson's
0
record,
touchdowns.
right? It's Eric Dickerson, right? He still has the NFL rushing record?
Rushing record, yes. Yeah. Nobody's broken that yet. Not to say that he won't, but I just want Kansas City to give him.
Maybe not this year.
Not this year. Kansas City to give him his welcome to the NFL game.
Got it.
Those are my 3 games, sir.
So, 49ers games. Obviously, I love watching the interdivision.
Okay, yeah.
The division games. Division matchups.
It's all about controlling the division.
Whatever about that. As far as the schedule goes, I was looking at it, and the very first thing I thought of was, this schedule looks mighty easy. And then I looked up what the rankings are for the strength of schedule. And the 49ers are ranked number 1 for the easiest schedule this year. I mean, they're playing teams like the Carolina Panthers, the Titans, the Colts, teams that didn't make the playoffs. I think they have the most teams on their schedule who did not make the playoffs last year. In fact, had losing records. So
what kind of record should they have then with the weakest?
Well, they should have a better record than they did last season. Of course, they had a lot of injuries. They're going to have McCaffrey back.
Okay.
And they just paid the quarterback, Brock Purdy, a lot of money.
They paid it. Yes.
$250 or something like that over 5 years.
They paid.
$250 Arizona boy.
They see, yes.
Like he's gonna go out and buy a tractor for his first purchase. I'm guessing
Probably already has a couple.
he probably already has, but he wants to update it. But nothing wrong with that. Like that's what he does. So, but I like to see some of these other games. Sunday the 12th, playing Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. That could be a tough game with I always forget the quarterback out there.
Tampa Bay. Your boy from Cleveland, wasn't it?
He was in Cleveland, yeah.
He was in Cleveland. Big money man.
Yeah, everybody knows who he is.
Calm down. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. That guy.
That guy.
That one, right.
Some other matchups, I really like to see him play the Rams. The Rams are always fun to watch. 49ers, Rams.
Okay.
And then hopefully when they play the Cardinals out here, I'll be there. I usually like to
go watch your team. Oh, okay.
Watch my team come out and play the Cardinals, which is going to be November.
Somebody told me, man, the tickets are kind of crazy nowadays.
Crazy. I got to save up.
Why are the tickets so crazy nowadays? What's going on with that?
Well,
like nosebleed seats are like $200.
I know.
But
I don't know. They got to make more money, I guess.
Inflation,
but we don't get paid more.
No,
that's the problem.
No.
Again, a whole other topic.
No, whole nother topic.
But yeah, so easiest schedule on the list so far in the NFL is the 49ers. Now KC, on the other hand, we're looking at the 7th toughest schedule.
Well, we're champions.
So champions need to have.
They can't give us those type of schedules that they would give the 49ers, the Raiders, the Eagles, any of those other teams. We're champions, and we're known to go to the house repeatedly, year after year after year. People are tired of talking about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
I hear
especially
all kinds. Right, the 49ers fans, your Cowboys fans, your Patriots fans. Your Green Bay Packers fans. I don't want to hear nothing about the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're just used to doing that.
So Kansas City, week 1.
Week 1.
Would you rather play in San Diego, sunny San Diego, or would you rather play in Brazil?
Right, because they are having games.
They are in Sao Paulo.
They're in Sao Paulo. Yeah,
week 1
overseas. It could be a different experience.
It will be
for them. Would I rather try that out? Be the first team to test that market out? I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen the night before? Them guys might get out there, eat something eat the wrong stuff, get a stomach virus. Next thing you know, they're out the game. Or the nightlife is crazy out there. They might be out there partying, having a good time, stuff like that. I wouldn't want to be the test team for something like that. Yeah. But we're champs, so we might take care of business.
Jet lag.
That too.
Just the trip.
Alone.
These guys are human too.
Right.
And
right.
For me, taking a 3-hour plane ride, I'm done.
Who wants
to sleep?
I think more so it would be the food for me.
The food.
It's different. Water.
Yeah.
Right.
Never know. So maybe they bring their own.
Possibly. Personal chefs or something like traveling chefs with them and stuff like that to make sure they eat properly and stuff like that. So.
Yep.
But I'd try to test out the market.
Who's got to make their week 1 statement game? Any team. Who's got to win week 1?
I think Dallas.
Dallas
has to win. If any team, off the top of my head, who needs to win, who needs to come out bussing for whatever reason, comes to mind is Dallas.
Okay.
I don't know why, but Dallas.
Besides KC and besides the 49ers, any other, we want to win.
That's you want to win. Coach Cook knows just like
that they do win.
That we do win.
Yeah, no.
So
you got the right recipe over there at KC.
I give good medicine. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Prescriptions I write out for people who are sick.
Not only is a coach cook, he's a doctor cook.
Don't tell nobody.
Dr. Cook.
Don't tell nobody I added that to the title.
And anybody, same thing with gambling. I believe right now, let me just take a quick look. So right now, Super Bowl Vegas has Super Bowl winners Super Bowl winners as you won't guess.
Hold on. You said Super Bowl winners.
Super Bowl winner. Who does Vegas have as the Super Bowl winner? Next
season.
This season, but 26.
Yes, sir.
There's 2. They have the same exact odds.
I'll go on the record and say one may be being the Ravens.
Okay. Ravens are third
Third
on that list,
on this.
plus 650.
Number one. So I'm getting close then. Number one.
You can say it.
It's Kansas City.
Kansas City is number one, plus 600. Who's tied with them?
Philadelphia.
That's why it's Coach Cook. Yep, you're right. Philly. So
That's
we got
what I
KC, Philly,
Yes, sir.
Baltimore, Bills, Detroit, and guess who's right there?
Underneath them.
San Francisco 49ers, right there.
Underneath them.
Plus 1,300.
Plus 1,300.
Yep. To win the conference, Buffalo Bills to win out of the AFC.
They always got the Buffalo Bills, but that's not good.
Which is really interesting to me that Vegas has KC winning the Super Bowl, but they don't have them coming out of the conference to go to the Super Bowl.
Smells like a trap to me.
Isn't that interesting?
That might be the week
They're plus
that
350.
Vegas might make a little money that week. Y'all take heed to that.
So we'll see. We shall see.
We shall see.
Then, you got the 49ers, Detroit, Eagles, Detroit, San Francisco, and the Commanders. I love watching the Commanders, though. I think that they're going to do well this year.
They're up and rising team. A lot of buzz was about them, what's going on around them last year, stuff like that. So,
Yep. And the game last year with that Hail Mary.
Yeah, they had some big games. Yeah.
Oh wow, with the Bears, that game was awesome. I watched that game live, and just to see that ball going up in the air and just lands right
there,
right in the basket.
It just brought you to the moment.
Wow, I jumped out of my couch. I was yelling and screaming. I was like, wow, this is just legit.
So Super Bowl's at your house? Are we going to live stream the Sports Lab podcast?
Oh yeah,
Super Bowl at your
Sunday,
house. Super Bowl
right?
Sunday.
Isn't that when the game's going to be
2
on?
p.m. Sunday, Super Bowl. Bow. Pre-game
Lab podcast.
So we're gonna
it'll be on Sunday.
It'll be on Sunday. So we're gonna get all that information out the way so that we can go back and enjoy the game ourselves as long as y'all along with you guys. Right. All right. Let's do it.
All right. Guys, we're going to play a little game called Yay or Nay.
Nay or yay.
Yay or nay, nay or yay.
We play.
However you want to say it. Okay, we got 5 topics that we're going to talk about. We're
running through them.
Back and forth between the two.
Bow.
You're going to say yay or nay. I'm going to be your counter, okay?
I might not say yay or nay. I might,
you can't be in the middle.
Why can't I be in the middle?
I mean, you could.
I can do what I want to do. Go ahead.
All right, first one. NBA officiating. Too soft?
I'm on the clock. It's ticking. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say too soft.
Why?
Why is it too soft?
Yeah, give me a good argument as why you think it's too soft.
Because of the 3-point.
Okay.
I think the 3-point shot. Everybody's banking on it, on the 3-point shot, and forgetting about the other areas of basketball. So when certain things happen in the other areas of basketball, say somebody's going to the lane, somebody's slashing, get tapped up a little bit on the arm and stuff like that, it's a big to-do. It's a big deal. The officiating is soft. They should let things happen and stop controlling the game, if you ask me.
Okay.
All those calls slow up the pace of the game, slow up the intensity in the game. Those guys rhythm off with those constant calls or those tic-tac fouls.
I think it's not too soft. And here's the reason why. Because if it's not too soft, these officials have to control the game.
Why?
They got to control the game before it gets out of control. In order for the game to make it through without any injuries, without anybody getting hurt, you got to be hard on these guys. You got to call the fouls when there's a foul. You got to control the game, and I think that's what the officiators are doing.
Everything is a foul. A guy falls on the floor.
Sometimes.
A guy you know what I'm saying, falls out. A guy gets bumped. A foul there, a foul there, a foul there. I mean, where's the distinction and what fouls need to be called? The game needs to be stopped to be able to call that type of foul.
Let's do this. You bring me to the great next point is video challenges. I'm going to say, is it fair or unfair? I'm going to say it's fair. And here's why. Because when you see a foul, especially at a fan at home, and you see a play going on, right, and the official does not call the foul, you can go back and run it through. Go back, take a couple seconds, look at it, check it out, see what it is, see what the play is in real time. well, not real time, it's recorded, but you can do it in slow motion, and you can check every single part of, where did he hit him? Did he hit him? And I think video challenges is really good for the game. I think it's making it so it's more fair, and I think people will like it.
I beg to differ. It's trash.
Tell me.
You go back and watch the video. A foul gets called. Boom, it's under review. We go back, we see it. Now, most people nowadays, we get TVs at Walmart on Black Friday of 75-inch, 65-inch, 8K, 4K.
100-inch.
100-inch.
Yeah.
So we get clear TVs. TV has evolved over time. We see the call. We watch the call. He calls a foul, blah, blah, blah. We go back, we watch it. There's nothing. There's no contact whatsoever.
But you don't need to go back and watch it. You can have the officials do that.
It slows up the
You
game.
be the fan.
I get caught up in it. I get caught up in it. I'm trying to watch the game. These dudes going up and down. Somebody just, you know what I'm saying, came off a dunk, making a breakaway pass. Boom, the whistle gets blown, and then the referee slows down the game because the guy gets bumped or something like that, coming off a pick and roll or something like that. It slows up the game for the terrible as calls. It shouldn't even. You should just keep playing. The dude wants to flop, keep playing. Leave his ass right there on the floor and let the game continue on. The calls that are consistent slows up the basketball game, which, you know what I mean, I spend more time underneath my eyelids than I do watching the game because of those calls.
Okay, good.
Trash.
Good segue. Flopping.
Trash.
Enforce it or embrace it. Yay or nay?
Obviously, they want to embrace it.
What do you want to do?
I want the game to go back to what it was. I want the game to go back to where it meant something to sit back and enjoy the whole basketball game from start to finish, because you know you're going to see guys go out there and give it their all. Play with passion, fire, desire. Dudes wasn't falling unless you legit pushed me down. You know what I'm saying? You really could
90s,
tell. Yeah, you could really tell. Homie just hit me with a good one, and I'm falling on the floor for that. Versus, I wave at you and you fall out. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a Achilles tear.
Yeah.
Hint. Anyway.
So you are anti-flopping.
Yeah.
I am actually for flopping.
Trash.
I think flopping is a yay for me.
Trash.
Flopping is just the new part of the game. It's a way to take the momentum from going that direction the other way. All you gotta do is flop. You flop and your team is now going the other way.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
It sounds like some fake it till you make it type stuff.
Isn't that beautiful though? Isn't that what basketball needs is just a little flopping?
We don't need no more dramatics to basketball. All we need is for dudes just to go play basketball with the passion that they use.
There's no passion anymore. All they do is shoot
use to get to that level. They fought all their lives to get to that level. They trained, they worked, they lived with the basketball. They made thousands of shots to only get to the NBA and flop. And you want me to buy your jerseys? You want me to buy your shoes? You want me to buy my kids?
People still buying them.
They're suckers.
Still buying them.
They're suckers.
All right, how about these 3-pointers? Too many 3-pointers? Yay or nay?
I feel like most of these questions are set up for me. Set up for me to lose.
It might be.
Trash! Get out of here. I can't stand the 3. Is it an amazing shot? Yes. It's a beautiful shot. It's one of those moments you're looking in the air and you're waiting for it to fall. Is it a pretty shot? Yes. But again, I'm from the day where you had a designated 3-point specialist. Your Ray Allens, your Reggie Millers. We can throw Bruce Bowen in there. Your designated 3-point specialist that took care of that business. You got people like Jokic. Shooting threes. Everybody over 7 feet wants to shoot 3 points right now. So
they're making them though.
Everybody, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I disagree with that. And here's why. This is a brand new era of basketball. We are all about shooting 3-pointers. You're right. It's fun to watch that ball go up.
Right.
Especially when the clock is at 0, leaves the fingers. You're watching it. It's better than a dunk. At the end of a game, it's
lazy.
because it elongates the play a little bit, so you get to watch it, and people like that anticipation.
But you get to watch it. You get to watch it, and then you get to watch it again, and then you get to watch it again.
Yeah.
And then you get to watch it again.
Everybody.
And then you get to watch it again. Everybody's a 3-point shooter. I can't even tell. Is that guy a point guard? Is that guy a power forward? Is that guy a center? Everybody's shooting a 3. A pull up. We'll walk into it. We'll dribble into it. You got 7-footers dribbling into a 3-point and taking that shot.
Right.
trash, and it makes for the game.
It's a new part of the game.
Very boring.
All right, let's exit basketball and let's go to the NFL football real quick.
Get up out of there.
So we got the tush push.
Uh-oh.
Should we ban it? Yay or nay? I'm going to start with this one.
Go for it.
I'm going to say we ban that play. Get it out. No more tush push. It's unfair. No one can stop it. It's like 93% effective or something like that.
So let's break that down. Let's break down the tush push for those who do not necessarily know what the tush push is. Go for it.
You're in a line in football, right? You got offense, defense, you're in a line.
You're lined up.
Usually it's like a fourth down, short distance. Somebody lines up behind the quarterback.
Okay.
Grabs his tush. That's why they call it the tush, and they push. So they clear the way. The guys in front, the O lines, the D lines, they're hacking at each other, and then the guy behind the quarterback takes the quarterback and just pushes him to get that short yard, first down, touchdown. Whatever it may be.
Okay.
That's it. And there's only one team that does that. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Uh-oh.
Ray Carver, shout out to you. Philadelphia Eagles do that.
Okay.
And they win.
So are you mad at that call because it's effective?
I'm saying if it needs if everybody I think everybody should start doing it. Make it a play.
All right.
But right now, get rid of it.
I say I'm for it. I'm gonna go with it. If it's going to help you score, if it's going to help you bring home.
Is it good for the game?
Bring home I didn't know that it was an issue in the game. There's other things in the game.
Oh, it's a big issue.
I didn't know.
They're talking about getting rid of it.
Just because the Philadelphia took it, highlighted it, and got good at it, right? Became super effective with it, winning games with it. Now they want to take it away for some reason. I'm for it.
It's on the ticket. It's on the ticket to be banned, so we'll see what happens.
If it helps them win in the end, and nobody's getting hurt behind it, it's not causing any real major damage. I mean, I remember it. I got to go back and research that when that rule got implemented, the tush push.
The tush push, yeah. A few years ago.
Yeah. So then
Philadelphia.
So before that, then it wasn't no problem, right?
No.
So then.
Well, it wasn't a problem. No one ever used it. No one ever thought that was even a thing. So.
I can go back and remember a few games of seeing quarterbacks doing a quarterback draw.
Yeah, they do a quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak, boom, and you help the guy get
touched. And I think that's the biggest thing that they're looking at is can someone touch him? Because even when there's
his own player can protect him. How come his own player can't help him?
But even when there's a running back and they're in a big pile, you're not allowed to push them forward once they get past a certain point.
There they go, just trying to control the game.
Exactly. There's points of the game where it's like, what are you gonna do?
Too much control over the game. Let it happen. I'm all for the tush push. I just thank the Lord that I don't have to push nobody's tush.
Yeah, but you want your tush pushed.
Negative. I don't need my tush pushed at all. Really, for what reason?
Somebody would like to tush that.
Push that. On to the next topic we got going on the Sports Lab podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Sports Lab podcast. We are out of time, my friend.
It ran through.
It's been an hour already.
We was smoking today, Jack.
We were cooking.
Took the program this way instead of this way.
Combining chemicals here and there. That's what we were doing.
Luckily, nothing didn't blow up in the laboratory.
That's right.
And we got to put everything back, too, in the laboratory. Right?
We do. We got to put everything back.
We do. Shout out to Panic. What's happening?
That's right. Quick
hey,
recap. So, MLB. That's the long season.
Long season. Colorado Rockies.
Keep going. Colorado Rockies. We're proud of you for winning. You scored more points in one game than you did all season together.
Let's do it again just to prove a point, fellas. IFL. Rattlers.
Right. IFL. Next week, we're going to be talking conference finals.
We're
going to be doing that.
Because we're winners over here in the Snake Pit. Anybody that comes over here and visit us in the Snake Pit, be careful because you will get bit over there at the Rattlers.
NFL action, NBA draft coming up.
Interesting.
So,
a lot of 5 stars. Yes, crazy.
And, we got some high school sports coming up again. We got high school football. They're probably in, pre-season.
Oh, they out there warming up.
Always doing something.
I know somebody should be out there already getting warmed up and getting ready to go. Anyway,
yes, sir. Out there.
Yes, sir. Anything motivational you want to send the folks away with, sir, today? I think it's your turn, Ebas.
I do.
Tell them.
I think everybody should just take a moment in their day and ponder
on.
Get away from everything. Get away from social media.
Okay.
Take a quiet time.
Okay.
And just think about your life and think about where you're at and what you want to do.
All right. All right.
Just be peaceful. Get away from all the chaos.
Dodge the
It'll
chaos.
bring you happiness. Promise you.
Clarity will befall you.
That's right.
Let's go.
Okay. We out.
We out.
All right, guys. See you later.
Have a good one.